I had spent several years prior to that in and out of hospitals, on and off of life support. I had several heart attacks, seizures, strokes, and things of that nature. And again, I'm not trying to diagnose or say you can be diagnosed with isogenics, but I want to be realistic with where I came from so that you can understand the power of making a decision today. So at that point in my life, I really didn't care that I had only been given 30 days to live because I didn't want to live anymore anyway. I was waking up daily praying to die. See, everyone else was waking up praying to live, and I was waking up praying to die because I had done all that I can do. I had been very successful in my life, made a lot of money, been a part of a networking company and made it to the top of that company and had a lot of success in my life really fast. So see, I thought at 26 I had made it and that nothing could knock me off of the platform that I walked around on. But man, was I wrong. And when I tell you I was wrong, I was more than a little wrong. Because by 2014 in April, I was almost 600 pounds. I was obese. I was dying. I had lost everything. I was literally 2 seconds from being homeless, which I later did become homeless. And I had nowhere to go or nothing that I can do. And with that being said, when isogenics was presented to me, I was praying to die. Then if you can relate to being in a situation where you were praying to die, I want you to just wave your hands on the screen and signify that you know where I'm coming from right now in my story. With that being said, I was so exhausted with life circumstances that I really had no care or concern about what came next because I truly felt like I was at the end. We could have walked. I was at the end. Again, I'm sorry. Remember, I'm with my family and I'm being rude and on the call, but I do apologize to you guys as well. So at that point in my life, I really didn't care about what was going on. So anything that people would bring to me about a solution to deal with the ongoing medical concerns that I was having, not only because I was obese, but because I was suffering from a terminal illness as well, I didn't care what they had to say. So when you are so low in your life, you don't even care when someone's trying to save your life, you know things had to be bad. And that's where I was. I didn't care, and I didn't want anyone else to care. And so I began to disappear from existence. I deleted Facebook, any form of social media. I deleted all my friends and my phone because I had given up. I wanted to die in peace with no one knowing that I had gained back all the weight that I had lost just in 2008, plus an additional 300 pounds. So now I am feeling lonely, sad, guilty, broken, ugly, and stupid, but it was the guilt that was killing me. The guilt was killing me. So I proceed on. The end of April comes, and my friend Trisha, who had been changing my poop and dumping my urine and wiping my butt and cleaning my body for almost a year, right? She had watched me die, just like many other people that have been on this journey with me. She brought isogenics to me because 3 months before she had started and it had changed her life. But remember, I disappeared from social media, so I had no idea that the person that enrolled me in isogenics had broke company records in the first 5 months of being in isogenics. Because she lived across from me, and she was on welfare. She was overweight, depressed, sad, and lost, just like me. She just wasn't dying physically, but she was dead emotionally. So again, this is the power of good nutrition in your body. So whatever your circumstances are, may it be physical, emotional, outside of you, inside of you, your job, your home, whatever it is, you have solutions, but it's all about, again, a decision that you decide to make. When Trisha came to my home that day to plan my funeral with me, I didn't care what she was talking about. I had no interest in what she was saying to me, even though she was speaking to me about some of the best news I could ever be delivered in my life at that time, right? Which was, I have something that can help you. And if it doesn't, what's the worst thing that could happen? You die. They already told you were going to die. But she was right. They had already told me that. I had already tried every and anything possible. So what possibly could be left if I just drunk one of these stupid shakes and she would leave me alone and she would go away? But see, I had no idea that what she was bringing me was a box of hope, a box of power, a box of inspiration, a box of love, because I had stopped loving myself, so I didn't have any of that. So on this journey, I have fought in in ways that I did not know I even had within me to get my life back. And it's because I made a decision. And people think, oh, well, you just made a decision because you didn't have another choice. No, I had a choice. I could have kept living the life that I was living, suffering in silence, slowly dying in every form of life that can be given to me. I no longer wanted it. So I made a choice. And I beg you guys tonight to make a choice. I released 420 pounds today. 420 pounds today, I have released me. The woman that used to lay in the bed and tell herself that she was dumb and stupid and ugly and fat. And let me tell you, there is no one on this call that can possibly tell me a story about life that I have not experienced. Because, see, I was even homeless on my isogenics journey. But I realized the power in that container, and I kept taking it. The only thing I had in that car that I slept in was my isogenics. Now, you say to yourself, how did you afford isogenics? That's the thing. I couldn't afford it anymore, so I had to deal with somebody that I no longer wanted to deal with because I knew the power and the blessing that had been given to me in that jar of shakes called isogenics. The miracle was Jim Anderson having faith. The miracle was Jim and Kathy Hoover stepping up to the plate. Those are the miracles. What's happening us to now was set up for us to have in our lives, or we would not be on this call. We would not be starting journeys. But here's the key. If you don't share it, then why did you make a decision to say yes? And if you haven't said yes, what's taking you so long? Because there is not a penny on this earth that will keep me from having my body at the best optimal level yet. Isogenics gives me that. No, I was not cured. I have a blood disease. It is active. I go to the doctor every month. But I go and they are overwhelmed with the results that they see in my blood work because it is 2 minutes from miracle-like in even the medical doctor's mind.
Wow.
You're good.
I really, Kenya, I am at a loss for words. I am definitely completely speechless. And we've talked, and I know
We're walking, right? Let's go.
We've talked, and I know your story, and it never ceases to stir emotion in me that leaves me speechless. If you don't mind just sharing with everyone on the line tonight, I mean, you said so much. You talked about the sacrifice. You talked about being broken. You talked about the state that you were in terms of your health. You talked about the hope. You talked about the miracle, your body being the miracle. You talked about, you even delved into the fact that why we have to share what isogenics is, because we don't know whose life we're going to subsequently change or whose life we're going to subsequently enhance just because we opened up our mouths to share. But I would love for you to talk about the process, because
okay,
you released 420 pounds now. I stand corrected to date. Congratulations, gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
thank
welcome.
You, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That's right. That deserves a round of applause, everyone.
The process. Okay, the process is actually so much more than just the weight loss, and that's the first thing that I wanted to just remind people of, is that this is not just what's happening on the outside, but what's happening on the inside. And so the process for me has been challenging in every way, but also rewarding. And it all started with my commitment to use the system in my body and consistently use it, be a product of the product. And also recognizing that every day isn't going to be a good day, and that there are going to be days when I want to kick the wall and scream and cry, but I do that and I move past that. And I strongly feel that when you have the proper nutrition, the mental support that you require in any goal that you're trying to reach in your life, and then you add that with support systems and the ability to be mentally clear in the decisions and your vision, the process works so well, but at the same time, it's so hard. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I just found that if I be honest, be authentic, keep being realistic about where I'm at in my journey and what I still need to work on and do, and also accept the fact that I may no longer be physically obese. I still have mental obesity. I have a frame of mind that's still overweight with sadness and pain, which leads to an addiction, which leads to eating food. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So recognizing that your whole body is in a process in any situation in your life will allow you to embrace the process better instead of going against the grain and working within that situation to have a better outcome than you started.
Let's talk about your support system, because I know your support system. Well, I won't say I know your support system because I know your story. But there's a lot of people who may start on a program like this. They may start on a system like this, and they have results within their first 30 days, maybe have results even their first 60 to 90 days. They quit, they stop. And subsequently, they go back to the way they were. They stop taking their health into consideration. They stop making their health a priority. They stop utilizing the system. They completely disassociate, and they revert back to that old mindset and those old habits. I mean, for you to be able to keep the weight off and continue to keep the weight off for as long as you have, there is a mental shift that had to have taken place.
Yes.
And I know it happens every day, but I guess this is more or less a two-part question. How was your support system there for you? Because again, a lot of people will quit because they don't feel as though they're getting the support that they need. And then also the mindset that enabled you to continue forward. Share with us a little bit about those two.
First, the human body and mind craves another human being's support and attention.
Mm-hmm.
We crave it. We feel better when we have it. We feel better when feel better when we have it consistently. So when you're on a journey in your life where everything has been taken from you, and again, it can be different levels of life. It can be your job, any form of loss, which equals out to grief. You find yourself seeking support from people that you expect to always be there no matter what. And the reality in my situation, Rochelle, and I very rarely share this, but my support system of 18 years walked out on me when I was on hospice. And I had already started isogenics. I could have quit isogenics. I could have given up when even after he walked away, my family took advantage of me in a lot of different ways. And so I could use those things for reason of me not being successful. I can use the fact that I was homeless on this journey and was in my car with my isogenics as a reason to not continue to be successful. But I have chosen that to use those things as a power source to my battery to keep my car driving down the street, because I realize I'm going to need an oil change. I'm going to need some new tires. I'm going to need some more fluids topped off. And so in the process of getting all those mechanical issues done to this vehicle, which is my body, I'm going to be okay with pulling over to the side of the road and dealing with those. So losing my everything could have meant that I lost me. But somewhere along the way, I realized that container of shakes was more than the shakes. It had a power in it that gave me a level of mental clarity that there was no pill in America that I could take and get. There was just none. And it came down to my mind was being fed good nutrition. And from that, I have become who I am today. I was never a weak person, but I have let circumstances in my life weaken me. I'm taking my power back, and I just want to bring people with me.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's talk about your breaking point. And I know you shared with me a little bit earlier that you were consuming isogenics, but there was a point in time where you were dibbling and dabbling with it and you didn't quite get serious with it, but there was a breaking point when you decided to be serious. Tell us about that.
And I share this not to bring sympathy upon my story by any means. But you just asked me about a support system. My breaking point was when my support system and the man of my life, to me at the time, that's what I felt like he was, walked away from me and left me with nothing at the lowest possible point of my life. Because when I could give, I gave it all away. And the one time in my life where I thought people would give back to me, would feed into me, would love on me, would believe on me, that didn't happen. And it broke me in half. I laid around, I waddled in suicide. I thought about driving my car over a bridge. I thought about killing myself in every way possible. I even sat on a couch one night with a gun to my head. But a little voice clicked in my head and said, why are you willing to take your life that you have been given by God for people who don't care enough about their own lives to be more respectful about the human life form itself? And I repeat that to myself every day, that we are all valuable. We all mean something. If you can't breathe life into a person, do not be in their existence. Learn that you are supposed to be loved and cared for, that your spirit is meant to be molded and shaped by every individual you encounter. And when people stop bringing that into your life, you look for a breakthrough and you break free because they're not meant for you. And I know that's hard to say and that's hard to hear, but everybody that you meet won't be meant for you. It won't be meant for you. It won't be meant for you at that time in your life. But it doesn't mean they won't be meant for you later. Recognize where you are on your journey, and you can recognize things that don't work for you in your journey.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So you had a blood disorder. You were given medication, and it caused an adverse reaction within your body. You ballooned up to, I think, roughly over 600 pounds, right?
Yes.
Move, couldn't walk, couldn't take care of yourself, couldn't do anything for yourself. Had to have a friend come and take care of you on hospice at your lowest point. Your support system walked out on you, and you felt like you had no reason to live, and there was nothing. There was no reason for you to continue on this journey. In the midst of all of that, your friend introduces you to isogenics, and you wanted to get her off your back, and so you said, I'm just going to try these shakes so you can leave me alone.
Right. Yeah.
And slowly but surely, you've increased your health, right?
Yes.
Take us on that upside. Like, I know there was pain, and
yeah, but that's the old stuff.
That's the old stuff. But to have a testimony.
That's right. The best time is right now. The best time in my life is right now. It's right at this very molecule second. It's right now. And I am so excited. I mean, to go from where I was 2.5 years ago, not even able to wipe myself or go to the bathroom independently, to have gained all of that back, all of the stroke damage to be reversed. I am so freaking excited about life. I am very active now. I launched a campaign, Project 1000, where I am touching 1,000 lives in 90 days, which is a lot of people if you really think about it. But I truly believe that God has given me a destiny, and I am going full head first to that destiny. For me, right now, I am making sure I get my butt to the gym at least 5 days a week. I am enrolled in the Ice a Body Challenge. So I'm not waking up every day to a Lay's potato chip anymore. I'm waking up to some amazing nutrition in the gym and some fasting cardio. I'm planning my wedding to my future husband, Mr. Todd Elliott, which is super exciting for me. And I am just looking forward to traveling and becoming the next ISA millionaire.
I love it. I love it. You see, there was a silver lining. There was a turnaround, and that introduction brought you into a situation where you now have hope and and hope to the sense that you're now able to live the life that you desire. You're living the life of your dreams. You're not living it by default, and you're not listening to the negativity, and you're no longer in that space, and you've moved on, and things are bigger, better, badder, brighter for you. And I'm so excited. We've got associates on the line. We also have guests, and wanting to keep this at 30 minutes to be respectful of everyone's evening. And I know you still have to spend some time with your family. But before we let everyone go, I want you to tell everyone on this call, as if they don't know already, but I want you to share with them why they need to position themselves with this company, and why they need to put the absolute best nutrition, bar none, in their body via Isagenix. Tell everyone why they have to, don't even go to bed. Get back with the
right now. Like, you need to be texting them right now, because see, if you laid flat like I did, I wasn't promised the next second, right? So you need to be urgently texting the person that sent you on this call to start your business, to start your life. This is about starting your life. You are not starting a diet. You are not starting a fad. You are not a part of a scam or a pyramid, whatever they call it. This is the real deal, Holyfield. If you want to be changed, if you want to be moved, if you want to be lifted and shifted, this is the place you want to be. I promise you, you will not regret your decision to feel better. Who does not want to feel better? Who does not want to feel better? Today is today. Today's the day. From depth to destiny is my motto. What's yours? What is yours? What are you willing to sacrifice to reach your destiny?
Wow. From death to destiny. I love it. Mic dropped. Kenya, Lashelle, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you so much. Mwah. I love you, my friend.
I love you too. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. You've blessed us all tonight. We appreciate you for taking time away from your family to spend this precious time with everyone on the line. And we're not going to hold you up much longer. But folks, if you're on this line, if you're a guest and someone invited you out to listen or to watch what was shared with you tonight, please, if you've been moved, if your spirit has been touched and you're like, you know what? I want to try this thing out for myself. Reach out to the individual that invited you onto this call. Let them know that you're ready to get started. Let's lock arms with you. We, myself, and Kenya, we look forward to being.
If you are an associate, if you already have this amazing product in your pantry, let me tell you a secret. Do not let a blessing sit in the cabinet. They are not meant to be hid. Please share them ASAP. Open up your heart and your mind will do the rest.
Excellent. Well, family, we look forward to being your prosperity partner. And again, beautiful. Thank you, Miss Kenya Lashelle, for spending this quality time with us. So at this point, we're going to end. Take care. Take charge, everyone. God bless and have a fantastic night. Thank you.
Thank you.